Good afternoon. Tonight I'm going to make bread pudding. It is my son's favorite, and he only likes one kind. He doesn't like cinnamon, he doesn't like nutmeg in it. His granny used to make it, and it was the first time he ever had it, and the only way he'd ever had it. So any other time he had tried it in restaurants or anything, he didn't like it because of everything they added. So in this easy bread pudding recipe, it calls for 1 loaf of bread, 6 eggs, 3 sticks of butter, 2.5 cups of sugar, a tablespoon of lemon flavor, and 1 to 2 cups of evaporated milk. You'll preheat your oven to 350, and I cook mine in loaf pans, and I do not spray them. So first thing I'm going to do is I got all my recipes, all my ingredients ready. I'm going to cut up my bread, and I've got me a big bowl to mix it in. So as soon as I start this, I'll show it to you. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I've got some bread on a cutting board, and I'm going to just cube it. I'm going to cut it down one way, and then I'm going to cut it across the other way. When I finish doing this, I will drop it in my mixing bowl. And I use Great Value bread for this because you don't have to have the best bread. And this is really good not to have cinnamon or nutmeg or any kind of sauce on it. Me and my son like it. But I like raisins in mine. He doesn't. And to be honest, I make it for him because this is his favorite and has been since he was about 7. And once I get my bread cut up, I'll be back. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my evaporated milk in it so that it will soak it up real well. And then I'm going to beat up my eggs. I always make a mess. Where's my dishcloth? Again, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscription button. And I'm going to put my butter in. What I did was I took my 3 sticks of butter and I cut them up and I put them on defrost in my microwave. I need to get my spatula out. And I've got my eggs in warm water so they will not get everything cold. And I'm just going to jab it down in there a little bit so it'll get a little mixed up. And I made this for him last week or the week before. My oven is now ready. Okay. Now I'm going to pop my eggs in here. And I got to get out my sugar. It calls for 2.5 cups of sugar. And number 6. My cat has been through it. He had to go back to the hospital. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to put my 2.5 cups of sugar in it. A half cup at a time. 1/2. A cup. 1.5 cups. 2 cups. And a half. And I'm going to mix that in a little bit. I think I need a bigger spatula. And I'm going to put my 6 eggs that I've beaten up in there. And not to have too much stuff in it. It is a good bread pudding. I don't think my husband likes it too much, but he's a diabetic, so me and Carlos can eat it. Okay. I haven't put my lemon in yet. And I like to let it soak a little bit so that all the bread will get all the ingredients in it. Now let me put my lemon in it. I like to put a whole tablespoon in. Some people just put a large. Well, no, I got one open. And like I said, this recipe comes from my ex-husband's grandmother. And I learned quite a bit of cooking from her too. I still kind of feel part of that family. He's deceased now. Let me get this mixed up a little bit and I'll come back. Okay, I have it mixed up very well. And I'm going to pour it into my loaf pans. Like I said, I am not greasing my loaf pans because of all the butter. And I'll keep them in the oven until they are good and golden brown. Smells really good. And if you're not used to plain bread pudding, make you a topping, a rum topping, any kind of topping, and put on it. But I'm going to tell you, this is way better than you'd ever think for not having all the additives in it. And I know people rave about different restaurants' bread pudding, but I just don't care for them. I don't think I remember my mother ever cooking anything but one meal when I was little. One meal. I only spent one Christmas with my mother. I spent one Thanksgiving with my mother, and she was dying of cancer. Getting the air bubbles out. And I'm going to put it in the oven. When I bring them out, I'll let you know how long I let them bake, and I'll let you see them. Okay, we took them out of the oven. I cut one so I could taste it with y'all, and it's good. Try it. Don't think you'll like. I don't think you will be disappointed. Hit that subscribe button, comment, and like. Thank you. Have a great night.